And there we go. We are live, and I am 27 minutes late. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm live streaming. Yeah. I haven't done this in a long, long time. And in case you guys didn't know, yeah, live streaming is something I do on this channel from time to time. I bet I wouldn't blame you guys if you guys didn't know that because I haven't live streamed in a long, long time. I got one scheduled for the 18th after Avatar: The Way of Water releases in theaters. But okay, yeah, let's get this. So the title is a call to action. Plus, will Avatar: The Way of Water live up to the hype? And yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But I wanted to add a third thing. I need some background music here. All right. Yeah, I think I want. Hold on, I want Jake's first flight. Okay, so I'll have that in the background. Cause why not? This is gonna get copyright claim, but I don't care. So yeah. Yeah. Greetings everybody. I'm a producer here, and welcome to my first live stream in a long, long time. So for this live stream, I'd like to first share. Since this stream's gonna be Avatar related, I thought I'd share on how I became an Avatar fan to begin with. That's something I haven't shared on this channel before. How I became an Avatar fan. I mean, I think I kind of shared it in the review, which kickstarted my entire Avatar craze, but it goes way more deeper than that. So, so yeah, as you guys probably know, I went on vacation to Walt Disney World many months back, and I rode on the Avatar ride despite knowing nothing, and I fell in love with this franchise before I even saw the first movie. And I was like, I have to see this movie. So how did that happen? Well, so so yeah, you guys probably know I went to Disney World and I went to the Avatar Land. At first, I was afraid to go on the ride a little bit because, well, despite it being a simulation, didn't really have a thing for roller coaster rides. And I didn't even know what Avatar was at the time. I think I watched it when I was like five or something. And it's way too young to understand anything. I remember one shot from the movie. And that was the Avatar bodies in that tank. The moment I saw that shot in the movie, upon rewatching it for the re-release, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that shot when I was little. I was like, so I went to Walt Disney World and I got on the ride with my family. I didn't know what to expect. This was my first time going on it, so I think Norm Spellman was giving out the lay of the land, lay of the land here, like welcome to the Avatar program, and introducing the Ignomaya. Yeah, yeah. Something I noticed is that the Ikron writing ceremony isn't really called the Ignomaya in the movie. It's just called called that from the track and supplementary material. So that's actually pretty interesting. Did they come up with the term later or something? That's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, Norm gave out lay the land here. Like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're all gonna get into the link chairs, and then then you can then you'll be able to experience a very sacred Navi rite of passage. And then Dr. Grace Augustine shows up despite her being dead in the movie. I'm just going to assume this is before Avatar even happened. So let's just say like we're recruits before Jake. It makes kind of sense. Makes some sense. So so yeah, got on the ride as I mentioned in the review. The thing slammed into me right into my back. Ow. Ow. And then the thing all started, and then the ride started, and oh my god. When I say I was mesmerized, that's putting it mildly. Because oh my, I was immersed in the entire thing. I've never seen such an interactive experience before. And I've been on Star Tours, Millennium Falcon, Rise of the Resistance for how many times? I've lost track at this point. But for some reason, I fell in love with the ride. And it made me obsessed to discover more about those franchise. The moment I've been on that ride, I'm like, I want to go on it again. So I went on it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Okay, maybe not that many times. It was more about like 6 times, but you guys get the point. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? I fell in love with Avatar. Then I went on the Navi River Journey, which is another Avatar ride in the Pandora area. And while it wasn't quite as cool as from the first one, it still showed me a lot of stuff, plus the bioluminescent stuff. Oh, speaking of that, now, did you know that the Pandora area actually lights up at night? I assumed that was just a cool thing Disney did, but no, it was actually from the movie. Go figure. And so I became obsessed with trying to watch Avatar and Avatar, but I didn't know how because everybody was telling me, "Oh, you should definitely see it in theaters. You should totally see it in you should totally see it in theaters. You will not regret it." And here I am, like, well, it's not in theaters. I missed my chance. Came back in 2009 when I was like, I don't know, but I don't know, way young. But then, call it a stroke of luck or stroke of genius. I don't know. A divine miracle, you name it. And I got to see the movie. How? For the September re-release, of course. I put out a video saying why the re-release of Avatar matters, in which I was hyping myself up for the movie. And yeah, that got a decent amount of traction. Nowhere as much traction as the review, mind you. 363 views. Oh my god. But yeah, that may not seem like much to the majority of you YouTubers, like fellow YouTubers, but me being a small channel, 363 views is a lot for me, so yeah, it's a lot for me. And so I am extremely happy with the traction Avatar has gotten. That's why I've continued to make Avatar videos, because you guys seem to love it, and I love it too. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I put out a video why the re-release of Avatar matters, and it got only one comment from a hater. Yeah, it got. Yeah, the only comment was from a. The only comment was from a hater. I was kind of bummed, but it's like, what are you gonna do, right? You know. And so I tried to be, and so thankfully, me and the hater didn't get into a full on shouting match. I was like, well, I haven't seen it yet, so who knows? Maybe I'll love the movie. And sure enough, I love the movie. I mean that's probably not a surprise to all of you because, well, the review exists for proof. And I mean, how do you? I mean, it's hard to describe that sort of thing. It's hard to describe that sort of thing, really. When you, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I was super duper intrigued by that movie. I was mesmerized. I had maximum immersion throughout the whole whole thing. It's like, wow, I've never seen something like this before. It's like it blew me away, similar to the way Zack Snyder's Justice League blew me away and stuff. And I became obsessed with DC movies ever since. Same deal here, and I don't think that's a stretch to say, really, because, well, okay, the background music is gone because I'm trying to edit the title here. This is more like a chill stream kind of. Yeah. Speaking of which, if anyone wants to hop on, invite, copy. All right, I'll post invite link here. Yeah. Probably won't have long though. So yeah, I mean, watching Avatar, it was amazing. The score was phenomenal. Oh, the message baked into the very core of the franchise was something I've never seen before. I mean, you have movies with messages, but it's like this message was baked into the very core of the franchise. You had an engaging story. Is it a bit a derivative? Yeah, maybe, but I don't really count derivative story as a point against the movie. If that was the case, then all of Hollywood would get points taken off their movies for being unoriginal. Yeah. But the things it does differently from those other movies more than makes up for it. I think I addressed that in the addressing the criticism video, which is the second Avatar video I ever made, and yeah, ever since falling in love with Avatar, I went to watch it again and again and again and again. Yeah, I still continue to watch it now. I even watched the extended collector's edition, which is the definitive version of the movie for me at least. I know James Cameron prefers the theatrical cut and stuff, and all power to him because he's a director. But I personally prefer the extended collector's edition. I'm still waiting for my James Cameron cut though. You know how Zack Snyder released the 4-hour cut of Justice League? Oh come on, James Cameron, release your full work print Avatar. Avatar with all the deleted scenes. You know you can do it. Maybe take out some deleted scenes, but come on, man, you can do it. But it's like, but that's not the point. So I continue to watch. I continue to watch Avatar and soak up everything about this amazing world. I identify with the Na'vi, and like I felt like I was a part of the Ometekai clan every time I watched it. And the funny thing is, every time I went back to Earth, I had to remember that I was not on Pandora anymore. That's kind of the weird. That's kind of the weird thing, you know. I mean, I don't want to sell Earth short, but it's got like nothing. It's got like nothing compared to Pandora, because Pandora has Ekrons mythical creatures, amazing wildlife, and so many unique plants, flora, fauna, a tribe that has a connection to Earth and stuff, and we humans just want to destroy it. I mean, yeah, we humans are obviously the villains in those movies, but what? I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Because considering we like to deforest everything and stuff, that's the funny thing. I mean, the movie really helped me make me more conscious about the environment. I've never really seen a movie that's had that profound of an impact on me with this message, but here it is. It's basically Avatar can do anything. So I fell in love with the franchise, and yeah. The funny thing is like I've never really I saw the first one for first trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water, the teaser trailer, mind you, and hold on guys, how I'm changing the title here. How I became an Avatar fan, because that's a decent port. How I became. I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. But yeah, I've never seen a movie that's had that profound an impact on me, and that is saying saying a lot, like a whole lot. So yeah, I saw the. Yeah. So I saw the. I kept seeing the movie. I'm getting out of track here. So I saw the first trailer for it, for the sequel, Avatar: The Way of Water, but I wasn't really that hooked yet, because I didn't know anything about the franchise, and also The Way of Water. That's the sequel title. I don't know. It just seemed kind of. I didn't quite understand the significance of the title at that time. I know I was making it a big deal about the title, but I don't know. It's like didn't strike me immediately as something to get immediately attached to. When I saw Avatar though, when I saw the first Avatar though, that's when everything finally clicked, and I was like, oh, so that's the teaser I saw. So this is this is the sequel teaser. This is the teaser for the sequel I saw. Interesting. So it's like, yeah. Not to mention, I saw a sneak peek of the sequel at the end of the re-release, and it's like, wow. Well, already the score by Simon Fraglin, and sounds amazing. I cannot say it enough. It may not live up to James Horner's score, but I know it's gonna be a phenomenal score nonetheless. So I know that much. So how does that lead to the present day? Well, I became obsessed with Avatar and started devoting myself entirely to the movie, and right after that, devoting myself entirely to hyping up to hyping up the sequel. It's kind of weird because the moment I saw Avatar, it was like everything clicked, and I became obsessed with trying to find out more and more and more about this amazing world, this amazing franchise. And it's like I watched any Avatar video I could find, subscribe to many Avatar channels and stuff. I was living the Avatar craze, and I still am. That's never gonna. That's probably never gonna change. We got 5 Avatar movies coming out. Well, I think 7. I think 7 Avatar movies now. What, you guys didn't know that? Yeah. I plan to make a video about that at some point, but James Cameron has kind of said he has ideas for a 6th and 7th Avatar movie. So yeah, make it out what you will. It's actually pretty interesting that he has ideas for it, especially when the future the first movie seems so uncertain. Kinda like you have the like okay, let me try and put it in simple terms. James Cameron is an ambitious filmmaker. I think I might as well address the rumors here. So if he feels that he needs to make an Avatar 6 and 7, then all power to him. I just think we should I just think we should focus one movie at a time. We don't know if Avatar the Way of Water is gonna make big box office yet, and that means the rest of the franchise is uncertain. So it's like, should we weigh on it before coming up with more ambitious plans? And obviously that's not Cameron, because like when he has an idea, he goes with it. But it's like I don't know. I think we should take it one step at a time. All right. That being said, though, if this is to be confirmed, I'll be all for this. So yeah, I became an Avatar fan through the Walt Disney World ride. It's pretty weird because normally it's afterwards. Normally I fall in love with the movie first, and then I ride on all the cool rides and stuff based on it. It's been the case for basically everything I've watched: Star Wars, Marvel, all that. So it's like, so it's really weird because this marks the first time that I really fell in love with a franchise through the Walt Disney World ride, through a Disney ride. So I guess that now I want to campaign for a full on expansion of the Pandora Avatar land, even if that means they have to tear down other things in Animal Kingdom in the process. I love Avatar that much. So yeah, that's my story. Now it's time to address the video's title, A Call to Action. I know nobody's watching. It's okay, you guys can watch it after. I'm not lonely here or anything. Totally not lonely here or anything. Don't worry, guys. I'm fine. You guys can watch stream after. So, yeah, it's probably because it's probably because I have no thumbnail image. I'm trying to add a thumbnail image, but StreamYard is being super duper unreasonable at the moment. So yeah, I'm trying it. I'm trying at least. So let me try to YouTube. Okay, let me try to YouTube Studio. That ought to do it. So a call to action. So as many of you know, I've been hyping up Avatar: The Way of Water like there's no tomorrow. I've been advertising this movie to death. Some of you may like that. Some of you may not like that. It really depends on you because my shift over to completely advertising Avatar: The Way of Water may have its I may have its supporters, may have its detractors. That's fine. I know not all of you will agree with everything I say, and that's perfect. If many of you are mad that I love Avatar, that's perfectly fine. I just don't surrender my opinions or anything like that. So the point I'm trying to make is for the longest time I've been advertising Avatar: The Way of Water and saying it's gonna be awesome and all that. And I still believe that. I really do. I think it's gonna be completely and totally awesome. None of my opinions have changed. But if we step out of the advertising lens, and I think for this live stream at least, I want to look at it from an objective perspective. Consider all the factors and stuff, and really determine, will this movie be a success? Will it live up to the hype? Right. And my answer is yeah, I think it will. I think it will. Obviously, James Cameron has a lot riding on here, and it's a huge gamble, because making a movie making a movie like several years, not several years, it was like 13 years after the original's release. It's like, is the movie still relevant anymore? Or a lot of sequels face that problem. But I think in Avatar's case, it's a bit different, because while Avatar is a movie that is 13 years old at this point, bordering on 14 years old. You know, I think I think the reason why the sequel will still succeed despite that is because of what Avatar is. It's not a CGI fest. I mean, it is a CGI fest, but a CGI fest in all the best ways. Don't at me. Okay? Because I think it'll succeed because of Avatar's status as the highest grossing movie of all time. And mind you, I mentioned in my the true reason why Avatar was so successful, plus why the Avatar: The Way of Water will succeed video. And that that spectacular CGI can only get you so far. You can have amazing visuals and stuff, but if you don't have great characters and you don't have a great story, it can only get you so far. And there's a reason. There is a reason why Avatar is so successful. Nowadays, it's become cool or hip by the internet to really rag on this movie for being unoriginal, or derivative, or Pocahontas in space, or Dances with Wolves with Blue People. I want to ask those people a very good question. Did Dances with Wolves? Let me pull up the wiki, the Wikipedia plot. Hold on, so I can list the bullet points going off here. So, yeah, I want to answer. I want to ask these people a very good question. Did Dances with Wolves have futures of technology and scientists. Did Avatar: The Way of did Dances did Dances with Wolves have an ethereal score? A phenomenal score. Well, like yes, it has a yes. The main character is paralyzed from paralyzed and stuff in war, but that's like that's like about it. Yes, the character becomes a member of the indigenous tribe and stuff, but that's what the similarities that's what the similarities end. So much of Avatar's plot is way different than Dances with Wolves. While it may have similar inspiration, that's the key word. Similar inspiration. You can have a derivative story and stuff, but it has to be tonally distinct and I think Avatar checks off all those boxes. While it does take inspiration, I will admit it is entirely a different story. All right. And Avatar's main selling point was the visuals of visuals and incredible 3D. I will not deny that. That was its selling point. The story was like was on top of and stuff, because with every movie you have to have a story. But you can really feel the passion from James Cameron and the crew when making Avatar. And the same can be said here. Yeah. James Cameron has already said that Avatar: The Way of Water will have more emotion and focus more on story, right? Which is always a good thing. A good thing in my opinion. I mean, I disagree with him personally. Personally, that Avatar: The Way of Water isn't emotional, because heck, I still bawl. I mean, the movie still gets me bawling whenever Home Street's destroyed. I still cheer when Jake gives that speech, and I always feel adrenaline, feeling like I'm riding the Ikran when I'm on, like when the first fight scene happens. My favorite part of the movie, by the way. Okay. But while there is a lot riding on here, I believe Avatar: The Way of Water will live up to the hype. So many haters are trying to say that Avatar has like no cultural impact, that sort of thing. And for more on this, I would highly recommend checking out Local's video on Avatar. He goes into these points way more detailed than I ever could. I put it in the bio of my experts predict Avatar: The Way of Water will flop at the box office video. So I'll put in the bio again here. I sincerely want you guys to check out that video. Please please check it out. You will not be disappointed. So yeah, check out that video for more further info. But the point I'm trying to make is Avatar: The Way of Water is already shaping up to be better than the original. I've already seen some leaked clips. I can't talk today. I'm talking too fast, guys. But I've already seen some leaked clips online. There you go. On how on like certain scenes from Avatar: The Way of Water. I know I said I'd be going into spoiler free, but I'm getting my daily dose of hype here. Don't judge me. So yeah, I've already broken my one rule. Well, but thankfully there aren't too many leak clips online. The most spoilers I've been getting are from the trailers, trailers and all that, and most of the clips are from only a few scenes. So yeah, well, I already know those things are gonna happen. The rest of the movie is completely a mystery to me, and that's perfect. I want to go into this as spoiler free as possible, because I want to enjoy all this. I want to enjoy all this and get that raw emotion from it. Avatar: The Way of Water is looking up to be Avatar: The Way of Water is looking up to be Avatar: The Way of Water. What the heck am I saying? Yes, Avatar: The Way of Water is looking up to be 3 hours and 12 minutes long. which is 3 minutes short of Titanic's runtime. And while many people may complain about that runtime, I don't see them complaining about Titanic. Heck, I don't think even a lot of people know that I know that Titanic's 3 hours and 15 minutes long. Even I didn't know that. Like, I watched Titanic before. And I'm gonna watch it again when it releases on Valentine's Day. In fact, I already have a video plan saying why the re-release of Titanic matters. Similar to my why the release of Avatar matters, which kickstarted my entire Avatar craze. But I don't see anybody complaining about Titanic's runtime. And I think James Cameron, however blunt he may be, has a point about runtime. If you guys remember, if you guys remember, in an interview, he said I think there's a social paradigm that needs to be changed here. It's okay to get up and pee. And I've seen my kids binge watch. Like, give me a fu, fu. I'm not gonna say the rest of it. Break. I break. I've seen my kids binge watch 5 1-hour episodes in one sitting, and he has a point. There's inherent hypocrisy to the current state of fandom and movies and stuff. That while it's deemed acceptable for people to binge watch several hours, several hour long episodes and stuff. It's not okay for a movie to be that long. I get it. Theaters. I get it. Theaters where the box office lies, and shorter runtime means more showings. But I don't. But it goes way beyond box office here, because many people complain about long movies, and I don't get it, because the most successful movies of all time are the longest ones. Case in point. Avengers Endgame, Titanic, Avatar. After that, the list goes on and on. The only movie that is the most successful, that is considered one of the considered the most successful, and has a runtime of under 3 hours, 3 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes and stuff, is the Lion King remake. And yes, while I still appreciate the Lion King remake, it doesn't really hold up as much as I initially thought. And I think the shorter run, I think its large success was mainly based on the fact that it's the Lion King. Of course, it's gonna make a lot of money. Brand recognition, baby. Watch the Lion King. The Lion King is such a beloved classic that of course is gonna make a lot of money. But the rest of the movies, they're long, and they were a success. They're success, and I think they were a success. And I think the same thing is gonna happen here. Yeah. When you look at how many things have when you look at the climate of how movies used to be, like Seven Samurai being 3 hours and 26 minutes, and that was allowed to be released in its entirety. Somewhere down the line, something shifted, and studios were like, no, we should make shorter movies and stuff. And I get it, because money. But it's like I'm a strong advocate for long movies. I don't have a problem with them in the slightest. I can watch the Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder just was like, hey, 4-hour movie, guys. I can watch the Snyder Cut over and over and over. I would never get tired of it. Nothing drags, except maybe the singing the Aquaman part. That kind of drags. But aside from that nothing drags. Everything's perfectly paced. You can have a long movie as long as that runtime suits the story. Yes, there are long movies that drag hard, and that's not the runtime's fault. That's the story's fault, or the film crew's fault, because they thought they could pointlessly extend the movie past the runtime it was supposed to. I'm a firm believer. You should choose the runtime that best fits your story. All right. All right. And James Cameron knows what he's doing. He's made the best sequel, the best sequel of all time. That's not me, by the way. That's critical consensus saying it. Terminator 2 is the best sequel of all time. So it's really hard to, like, you can't bet against James Cameron. I bet you can, but it's like considering his track record, we'd be wise not to doubt him here. There is a chance that Avatar: The Way of Water may flop, as there's always a chance for anything. But I choose to believe that it won't. Oh, and if people are complaining about runtime here, I think people need to stop complaining about that. James Cameron was absolutely right in this interview. Interview. You can see the movie. Again and stuff. And if it's perfectly fine for you to binge watch several hours of Marvel TV shows, then it's fine for you to watch through Avatar: The Way of Water, or any long movie that happens. The 3-hour runtime should not be. The 3-hour runtime should not be a runtime that's feared, but a runtime that's embraced. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, they're all over 3 hours, and they're successes. Widely considered to be the greatest film trilogy of all time. Right. So the length here isn't the problem. It's the story. And from what I've seen, Avatar: The Way of Water has a great story. So it'll absolutely earn its 3 hours and 12 minutes when it's runtime. If you have a problem with Avatar: The Way of Water's runtime, you need to go home. Go home, unsubscribe from Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Please don't do that, by the way. I love Disney. But I'm just saying here, if you have a problem with Avatar: The Way of Water's runtime, you need to go home, like, unsubscribe from Disney Plus. Stop watching all those shows that you've been binge watching and stuff. You know, those episodes that are like 44 minutes long to an hour and stuff. Yeah, stop watching those because runtime is clearly a problem, right? You don't have, like, there's clearly not enough time in the day to watch it, right? You want short things. So if you're gonna complain about that, at least keep the logic consistent. If you're gonna complain about Avatar: The Way of Water's runtime, if you're gonna complain about long movies in general, stop watching hour-long TV shows. It's that simple. Because if you don't have the time for Avatar, you don't have the time for anything. I'm just gonna say that right now. If you don't have the time for Avatar, you don't have the time for anything. So there's that. So yeah, I believe Avatar: The Way of Water will absolutely live up to the hype. Absolutely. And I'm okay with being wrong. Actually, I'm not okay with being wrong, because that means Avatar's gone forever. But I'm saying, like, me personally, I'm okay with being wrong. I don't think that's something that's really that's really crossing the mind of many of you, because I'm so gun ho about a lot of my opinions. But some of my opinions have changed. Like the Disney Star Wars trilogy. Like, while I still like it, I don't praise it like it's the holy grail anymore. Or I recognize that there are problems and stuff, and they're not as good as the originals. Heck, even the prequels have a leg over the sequels. But I still like them. But my opinions have changed. It's okay. It's okay if I'm wrong. But ultimately, I do not believe that I'm gonna be wrong with this. I firmly believe in my heart that Avatar: The Way of Water is going to succeed. And as I said, I'm okay with being wrong. But, like, the point here is people are criticizing long movies like Avatar: The Way of Water for all the wrong reasons. Like, we need to keep the logic consistent here. And I sound like a broken record at this point. I've been making videos advertising Avatar: The Way of Water for a long time. So I'm trying to look at it from an objective lens here. it's okay. It's okay to watch long movies. Many people hate long movies, but long movies, they end up being the most successful. So it's okay for a movie to be long as long as the story fits it. I make long movies a lot of times because I feel there's a story that needs to be told in that runtime. And I'm no professional director like James Cameron. So if I feel, but I take inspiration from a lot of directors that make long movies and stuff. Making short movies is fine. Heck, at first of the movie the soft reboot is only 1 hour and 54 minutes long. The movie I made, I'm okay with making short movies too because the story fits that. It's that. But when you have a story that encompasses more than a short runtime, directors should be free to make that sort of thing. I absolutely despise. I'm sorry, guys. I absolutely despise guys like Taika Waititi's comments about how director's cuts suck because they don't. No, okay. I know I haven't commented on that. I was too mad to make a video on it, but I'm going to address it here. Here. Director's cuts aren't awful. Director's cuts often increase the runtime and stuff, but that's not a bad thing. Oftentimes a wonderful movie gets hacked to pieces in the editing room. Case in point, Batman versus Superman. The Ultimate Edition is awesome. The theatrical cut is messy. Justice League. Joss Whedon's version, awful. Zack Snyder's 4-hour version, god tier. Here. So oftentimes a movie that the director puts his heart and soul into it gets hacked to pieces in the editing room. Because studios are afraid of long runtimes. And that's the paradigm shift that needs to be changed here. Because yeah, James Cameron's right. It is okay to go to the restroom during the movie. I don't like doing it because I don't want to miss scenes, but it's okay to do that. I don't think many people realize that it's okay to go back and watch it again. That's like the first time isn't your only time watching a movie, you know. Heck, when I first watched Spider-Man No Way Home, I missed the opening scene. So I went back, I watched it again. So I can get the opening scene. It doesn't matter if the movie's long. The story just needs to fit it. And as I said before, After the Way of Water has a great story. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll absolutely earn that runtime. And if it doesn't, then well, consensus will tell. Even though I do not believe in truth by consensus, I will say that consensus will tell whether that 3 hours and 12 minutes runtime was earned or not. But I believe with this kind of story, with so much going on here, that runtime will absolutely be earned. Yeah, rant over. That was a long rant, guys. You will not believe how long a rant that is. I know it may seem like I scripted that, but I really didn't. And all of these are just coming out of my head. The rant of all these rants are coming out of the mind of a brown stuffed animal horse on YouTube. So yeah, make of that what you will. All of these ranting words are unscripted. They just come out of the brain of a brown stuffed animal horse on YouTube. Know that. So yeah. So yeah, whatever you guys think of that rant was definitely not scripted, but I believe every word of it. So yeah, I touched on the runtime of Avatar: The Way of Water. I've touched on the fact that it's old. Like, what else? That it's the sequel to a 13-year-old movie. What else is there? Is there here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. Avatar: The Way of Avatar has no cultural impact. Really? Okay. Yeah, I've touched on this before, so I won't touch on it. To touch on it again, you can watch previous videos for that. Heck, I even recommend my on my why. Well, again, I recommend you guys watch my the true reason why Avatar was successful and why Avatar: The Way of Water will succeed in video for more insight into that. But if I want to add anything to that video is like Avatar was successful for a reason. You don't get two point whatever billion dollars at the box office for nothing. You don't get it just based on visuals. If that was the case, Zack Snyder's movies are awesome. Where's the billion mark for that? For that society? Yeah, where's the $1 billion mark for that? How come Zack Snyder's Justice League wasn't released in theaters? That's got some god-tier cinematography there. Why didn't why didn't that release in theaters? I'm so mad. Zack Snyder wanted to do it. Do it. Suck it, Warner Brothers. But yeah, I basically covered everything in that video. So I'm not gonna add anything here. The only thing I will say is that Avatar: The Way of Water has a lot of writing on it, and its story is gonna be a lot different from the original. More intense, more emotional. The villains we better realize characters will be more fleshed out. New locations, new characters. It's got everything a great sequel should. It expands the world and all that stuff. So really, I think Avatar: The Way of Water will be a hit. Nonetheless, I'm going to advertise it to death that we only have 14 days here. 14 days. Yeah, it's the second now. We now have only 14 days before release. Or 13 days, I don't know. Probably 13 days. So, yeah. Remember, if there's any movie you guys should see, it's Avatar: The Way of Water. Skip everything else. Heck, I even heard Top Gun Maverick was releasing in theaters. Remember, if you're gonna spend your wallet on anything, spend your hard-earned money on anything, it should be Avatar: The Way of Water. Okay. Trust me, you will not regret it. I'm taking my advertising campaign to the next level. Some updates here. I'm going to spread my message to the real world too. I'm going around to like whoever I can and telling them to see the movie and stuff because I want to save this franchise, guys. I want to save this franchise. There's so much writing on it, and I think James Cameron's vision should be seen to completion. So, yeah. Avatar: The Way of Water will be a hit. But just in case, I'm gonna continue to advertise. Next video for Avatar. Sorry guys, I'm stuttering again. I'm sorry. The next video will be Avatar: The Way of Water's focus will be on story, not just the visuals, because recently James Cameron has come out saying that like the focus of Avatar: The Way of Water will be more on the emotion and the story, not just the visuals. The visuals are still going to be awesome, but the visuals are more of the selling point of the original. Here, the selling point will be the story. And if people were complaining about the original Avatar story being tacked on, here the story will be the focus. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a masterpiece. I cannot wait. I'm 1 billion. No wait. That implies I already was 100. That implies I already was a billion. I am a gazillion % hype. Is that a word, guys? Okay, I'm just gonna say like I'm 1 trillion % hype because that's actually a real number. I hope. But yeah, I'm 100 million trillion a trillion 60 100,000 500 501% hyped. That's not a real number, but you guys get the point. I cannot wait to see this movie. 13 days. I cannot wait. Remember, guys, opening weekend, December 15th. I repeat, opening weekend, the opening night is December 15th. That's our opening weekend. We're gonna make this big, guys. We're gonna make this huge. We're gonna save this franchise, and we're gonna save Avatar and show James Cameron how much we love this franchise, how much we fell in love with it. We're gonna show Disney. We're gonna show Disney how much we care about this franchise. We're gonna show 20th Century Fox how much we care about this franchise. We're gonna show all those greedy corporate overlords up there how much we care about this franchise, and we're gonna show them why they should continue it. We're gonna give them a big reason as to why why they want to invest their time, their money, their stocks, all that. We're gonna give them a really good reason as to why they should continue supporting James Cameron's vision for this franchise. We're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue to support this franchise all the way through. 2024, 2026, 2028. Hey, 2030, 20 money, all that. We're not gonna give up, guys. We're gonna continue to fight. We're not giving up. As Avatar fans, we're going to stand together, and fight for the preservation of Pandora, because ultimately, I want to end with a really phenomenal quote, that's been leaked in the trailers. No matter where we go, this family is our fortress. TWoW, rise to the challenge. I know this sounds like this is a conclusion to my advertising videos, but it really isn't. I just want to end it off with a bang. So, yeah, that's the bang. Pretend I didn't say anything else. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this stream, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to be updated on future content. We got a long road to the but short road to the release of Avatar After the Way of Water, and I will be with you guys the whole way through, and I'll be here long after. So I'll see you guys then.